Hey guys, so this movie will be about replacing of the piston like this inside of the brake caliper. So what was happening when I was driving the car and I was stopping like from the hill and then releasing the brake, I realized that one side is released quicker than other. So with my friend we did inspection of the brakes just to make sure that they're not gonna jam on me. And what we realized is that the cover, the O-ring around the piston, which is this one, was damaged. So I bought the kit to replace the O-ring, which was this kit. But during the replacing of the O-ring, we also realized that the piston is actually eaten. So this is a new one. I will show you the old one as well. But we realized that on the edges, it was a corrosion. And sadly, if you will replace the brake pads and you replace the new one, then this will go deeper into the caliper, and this corrosion, those small holes, might cause a leakage. So I decided to replace the piston. So this movie will show you how to do it. To remove the caliper, first that you have to do is use the screwdriver to release the clamp over here, another one over there. This will take out this part. Afterwards, on the back of the caliper, you got blinders of this kind, and they're blocking the access here. So you have to use the screwdriver to take them out. And then there is a tool, T45, which you have to use to access them from behind. You will remove the bottom one, which is there, and then you have to pull the caliper to create more space so you can pull it out from here. And this will allow you to remove the caliper. So as you can see, this is what I was mentioning. This is a corrosion, and this is quite deep. So when the piston will come in deeper because he will replace the brake pads, then the fluid might start to leak through those wee holes. So this is the reason why you have to remove it. So what we're gonna do, I'm sadly not gonna be able to record that because I will be pressing the brake. But if you look at it, I will remove this, the O-ring. This is a piston. So I will be pushing this out to the point where 1 centimeter, roughly 1 centimeter, will remain inside. So it's gonna be easier to pull it out. And afterwards, we're gonna place the new one. Before you're gonna place the new one, we also have to clean the inside. So good idea will be to use something like a brake cleaner or clutch cleaner, because this can help you to just clean it without much of work. Inside I believe it's gonna be just oil, so it's not much. But this, you see this rust, this will have to be cleaned as well because the new O-ring will come on top of it. I'm not gonna use this sealing because this one it's not damaged, but it was already used, so I prefer to have a brand new one. So I will use this one. So this is the more grip which I will use, so this will lock the pipe. Also I will add something here, small cloth, just to make sure that it's not gonna damage the wire, because if it will damage the wire, then basically you will have to replace it, and this is additional work which you don't need. So this will be the next step. So this is how far I went out. So let's say I don't think this is 1 centimeter. If you look at it, I think this is more like 8 millimeters, something like that. Maybe 1 centimeter. Anyway, my friend who was observing how it's coming out said that this started to wibble. So I think this is the point where we can stop. So now what I will do, I will lock the pipe, so the fluid will not just spill over. There is a wee pan underneath to catch out whatever gonna fall off. And basically we're gonna work our way out to remove the piston. So this is gonna be the next step. So now to remove the piston, I block the pipe, as you can see here. I use the cardboard, which is here. The clamp I had to use on the edge. I realized that inside of it is just going around the pipe, it doesn't really squeeze it. So you have to grip it on the edge. Now, because there is a vacuum inside of the caliper, you're not gonna be able to pull it out just easily. So you have to also remove the bleeder. So the bleeder, it's size 11 socket. So by doing this, you will be able to allow air to come in, and this should come out easier then. So as you can see, the piston is gone. I did manage to remove it. There was like a small amount of oil which come out from it. So like I said, you need to have some pan to grab it, because in other case you're just gonna have oil over the place, which is not what you want. So now when the piston is removed, what we need to do is clean the chamber, because we have to prepare it for the new piston. There is also O-ring, I don't know if you can see it, on the edge here. We need to use the flat screwdriver to remove it, then clean everything all the way through on the inside. It's not gonna be hard. I will use the brake cleaner to do it. As you can see, this is not really much to it, because there was oil there all the time. It's not much work to be clean, but also use the brush to clean this, what you got here. Now I also got the new covers for the screws here to protect them, so I will be removing the old one. So the old one, what you have to do is just place the screwdriver from the bottom and just force it down, and then you will have to just gently clean what is inside of it, so you can place the new one without any problems. And they're coming down this way, so you remove the cover and then forcing this up in the way like that. If you will not clean this properly, then you not might be able to place the seal as it should be there, and basically this might cause leakage, and you might have the same situation as I had, where corrosion started to eat the piston. So definitely you have to clean it. Make sure that the O-ring which you will be placing afterwards is covering this all the way through, doesn't hang out anywhere. You have to remember that piston will be moving, you know, in both ways, which means that the O-ring have to be pretty solid. If not, then it might come out, and if it will come out, the water might get in, and same as in my case, you might get corrosion, which just gonna damage the piston. So you'll have to do the same thing again. So do this right. To place those back, what I've done, I bended them and then just create shape like this, something like that, and then force this in from the bottom. So this one came in easily, and this one I think is gonna be the same. So you got here this plastic thing on the both sides, not plastic, this merging part of the both sides. So probably a good idea will be to do something like that, then bend this like this, and then squeeze this in. Now when both of them are in, next step will be to place the sealing. So it's gonna be placed inside over here. So you have to use the red, I call this, what is it? Red rubber grease. You have to put it around and just place this there, but you have to make sure that this is in properly, because if not, then when you're gonna place the piston, this might actually damage the O-ring, and you don't want that. So make sure that it's all the way through in, and that there is no dirt anywhere on the inside part of it. So this has to be definitely clean. And then you're placing this in. Next step gonna be piston. Placing back the piston was very easy. Basically I used the grease to place this around the piston, just pointed this in the right place, and then using fingers on the both ends just push this in. Remember that the air, the bleeder have to be removed, because this will remove the vacuum. So you will just manage to push this gently and everything will be fine. So now when this is in, the next step gonna be to add the closure around. So it's gonna be this part. So I will start from the bottom, because this is the hardest part, and then I will work out to the top. This is, I will say, the hardest task which we did today. So you have to make sure that this fit in all the way through from the bottom to the top. So it's not easy to squeeze this in. What I was doing, I was using screwdriver, just placing this through this hole on the bottom and push it here first. Then I lock this and jam this by my knee like that, so this is not gonna move. And then I started to push everything around, so this will get to the right place. So now when everything is done, what we need to do is put bleeder back, and this is gonna be the new one, not the old one. You probably got the new one. If you don't, then you have to use the old one. But put the bleeder back and then start assemble everything again. So now I'm gonna put everything back together. I'm gonna bleed out the brakes, and this is it. This is the job done. If you saw this movie and you know that you can do this in a better way, just please leave the comment. Always is good to improve something, so if you find a better way, then this will definitely help other people. But the job is easy, it's not really hard to do. What I will definitely recommend to have second person because if you will push out the piston by your own, then this might jump out and this will spill a lot of oil. This might cause some leakage afterwards, false air might get into the system, a lot of things which you don't need. But by doing this way, you will save yourself a lot of trouble, because you will lock the pipe so no additional oil will go through. Also, because you're gonna push back all the piston all the way through, the amount of the air which you have to pull out is just like probably so much, so it's not much. So this will just make your life easier. So I hope you enjoyed the movie. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I wish you a good day.